The world feels smaller than ever. We've mapped the deepest parts of the ocean, sent robots to Mars, and squeezed human footprints onto the summit of Everest. And yet, there are places on this planet that remain completely untouched. Not because we haven't tried, but because we simply can't. Some places are physically impossible to reach, buried under miles of ice or hidden in landscapes so hostile that even stepping inside could mean instant death. Others are shrouded in eerie legends, climbers who never returned, lakes that hide secrets millions of years old, entire voids in space where galaxies should be but aren't. The deeper you look, the more unsettling it gets. Maybe it's nature keeping us out. Maybe it's something else. Either way, these 15 mysterious places have never been explored, and maybe they never should be. Let's start off with Number 15, the Mariana Trench. If the ocean has a final boss, this is it. The Mariana Trench is the deepest part of the ocean, plunging a mind-breaking 36,000 feet down. That's deeper than Mount Everest is tall. No sunlight has ever touched this place. The pressure is so extreme that it can crush a nuclear submarine like a soda can. Sorry, Ocean 11. And the creatures? They look like something straight out of a nightmare. Eyeless monsters, glowing predators, and things with teeth where teeth shouldn't be. Scientists have recorded strange, unexplained sounds from the trench, unlike anything known to marine biology. Some believe the trench hides creatures we've never seen, maybe even things that shouldn't exist. Others think it holds clues to Earth's oldest secrets, untouched for millions of years. Very few have attempted to explore the trench, and even fewer have come back with answers. Because down here in the blackness, something is watching. Number 14, the Boötes Void. Space should be full of galaxies, stars, and planets, except for one huge billion-light-year-wide patch of absolutely nothing. Scientists call it the Boötes Void, but it's better known as the Great Nothing. This isn't just an empty spot in space. It's so vast that if our galaxy were inside it, we wouldn't have known other galaxies existed until modern telescopes were invented. Theories range from this being evidence of dark energy to something far more disturbing. Evidence of an ancient civilization that erased itself and everything around it. If you flew through the Boötes Void, you'd see nothing but darkness in every direction for hundreds of millions of light years. No stars, no planets, just an unsettling, endless blackness. The question remains, why is it so empty? Did something wipe everything out? Or is it the edge of something even bigger than we can comprehend? Number 13, the Phantom Island of Bermeja. For centuries, sailors and explorers mapped Bermeja, a small island off the coast of Mexico. It was a real place, documented on maps and navigation charts. Then one day, it was gone. Modern satellites have searched where Bermeja should be. There's nothing there. No land, no ruins, no underwater remains, just ocean where an island should be. So what happened? Some say earthquakes or rising sea levels swallowed it. Others claim it was a cartographer's mistake that lasted for centuries. But conspiracy theorists? They think something else happened. Bermeja was in a highly disputed oil-rich region, and some believe it was deliberately erased to keep those resources hidden. Despite modern sonar scans, Bermeja remains missing. It either never existed or was erased from existence, and both answers are equally unsettling. Number 12, Lake Vostok. Buried beneath 2.5 miles of Antarctic ice, Lake Vostok has been sealed off from the world for 15 million years. No human has ever touched its waters, and what's inside? We have no idea. Scientists drilled close to the lake's surface and found bacteria that don't match anything else on Earth. This means whatever is living inside Lake Vostok has evolved in total isolation, cut off from the rest of life on Earth for millions of years. Could this lake be hiding unknown creatures? Alien-like microbes? Some believe Vostok might hold evidence of how life could survive on other planets, like Europa, Jupiter's frozen moon. For now, the lake remains untouched, and whatever has been down there for millions of years, it's still waiting. Well, you can visit, but of course, at your own risk. Number 11. Mount Kailash. There are harder mountains to climb than Mount Kailash, yet no one ever has. Located in Tibet, this peak is considered so sacred that every attempt to reach its summit has mysteriously failed. Some climbers have reported feeling dizzy, disoriented, or overwhelmed with fear. Others believe attempting to climb it leads to rapid aging, with legends saying a single year spent near Kailash is equal to a lifetime elsewhere. Religious texts describe Kailash as the center of the universe, the axis where heaven meets earth. Even experienced mountaineers refuse to attempt it, not because it's impossible, but because they believe they're not supposed to. So far, no human has ever set foot on its peak. And maybe, no one ever will. What do you say? Number 10. The Star Mountains. Deep in Papua New Guinea, there's a place so remote that scientists only discovered it in 2013, and what they found was a lost world unlike anything else on Earth. The Star Mountains are covered in some of the densest, most impenetrable jungles on the planet, making large portions of the region completely inaccessible. When researchers finally made it in, they discovered new species of frogs, mammals, and insects that had never been seen before. That means there could be thousands of other creatures, possibly even ones from prehistoric times, still undiscovered in its depths. Locals believe that certain areas of the jungle are cursed, warning outsiders that anyone who enters won't return. With no roads, no recorded human settlements, and terrain so treacherous that helicopters can barely land, the Star Mountains remain one of the last truly unexplored places on Earth. If there's any place still hiding creatures from another era, this would be it. Number 9. The Tongan Trench. Most people have heard of the Mariana Trench, but few know about the Tongan Trench, a depth so extreme that scientists have barely scratched the surface of what's down there. The trench plunges nearly 36,000 feet, making it one of the deepest parts of the ocean, yet almost no human missions have explored it. What makes it truly terrifying? In 2017, scientists sent a probe down and discovered massive unknown sea creatures moving in the darkness. Whatever they were big enough to be seen on sonar, and unlike anything ever recorded before. The pressure in the Tongan Trench is so intense that even the strongest submarines struggle to survive the descent, and anything living down there has adapted to full blackness, freezing temperatures, and extreme conditions. Could there be massive, undiscovered predators lurking in these depths? Until technology catches up, no one knows what's truly waiting in the trench's abyss. Number 8. The Caves of Meghalaya, India. The Meghalaya Caves in India are some of the deepest and longest caves in the world, yet large parts of them have never been explored. The cave system stretches for hundreds of miles, winding through pitch-black tunnels, underground rivers, and sinkholes that could swallow entire buildings. What's kept explorers away? Extreme danger. Some sections of the caves are so narrow that a single wrong step could trap someone permanently. Others are filled with toxic air, sudden floods, and deadly sinkholes that appear without warning. Locals believe that the caves are portals to the underworld, and ancient stories warn that those who enter certain tunnels never return. Even modern research teams have been forced to turn back due to the treacherous conditions. With massive unexplored sections, these caves remain one of Earth's last true mysteries, a world beneath a world, hiding secrets that may never be uncovered. Number 7. The Amazon's Black Jungle. Deep within the Amazon rainforest, there are regions so dense, so untouched, that even the most experienced explorers refuse to go. Known as the Black Jungle, These areas have been left unexplored not just because they're difficult to access, but because those who enter rarely come back. Locals tell stories of strange lights, vanishing travelers, and tribes that are never seen but always watching. The jungle itself is a death trap, filled with venomous creatures, quicksand, and rivers so remote that rescue is impossible. Some believe there are undiscovered ruins hidden in the depths, the remains of civilizations that disappeared without explanation. Even satellite images struggle to capture what's hidden beneath the thick canopy, leaving much of the black jungle a complete mystery. Whether it's the hostile terrain, the unseen dangers, or something far more eerie, this is one of the few places on Earth that seems determined to stay hidden forever. Number 6. The Mountains of the Moon, Africa. For centuries, ancient maps depicted the Mountains of the Moon, a towering range in Central Africa believed to be the source of the Nile River. Early explorers searched for them, claiming to have seen their misty peaks in the distance, yet no modern expeditions have been able to find the legendary mountains. Some believe they were swallowed by the jungle, while others argue that they never existed at all, a mistake made by ancient cartographers. But here's the unsettling part. Tribes living in the region still speak of a hidden mountain range that outsiders can never reach. If the Mountains of the Moon were real, what happened to them? Could they be hidden by some geographic anomaly, or is something else preventing them from being found? Until someone steps foot on them, if they even exist, this remains one of Africa's greatest mysteries. Number 5. Greenland's Hollow Earth Entrance. In 2018, satellite images revealed a massive, unexplored cavern beneath Greenland's ice sheet, a space large enough to hold an entire city beneath the ice. Scientists were baffled. Was it a natural formation or something else? Conspiracy theorists quickly latched onto the idea that it could be a gateway to Hollow Earth, the long-rumored underground world hidden beneath our own. Some even believed the Nazis were aware of this cavern and attempted to use it for secret bases during World War II. What's really inside? No one knows because no one has stepped inside. The cavern remains too difficult to explore, and if anything is hidden beneath Greenland's ice, it may stay buried for thousands of years. All right, guys, now let's talk about Number 4. The Yucatan Cenotes. The Mayan civilization believed cenotes, deep water-filled sinkholes, were gateways to the underworld. Some cenotes in Mexico are so deep that no one has ever reached the bottom, and many are filled with the remains of human sacrifices, artifacts, and ruins that date back centuries. Divers who have attempted to explore them describe feeling watched, experiencing equipment failures, and seeing shadows moving through the water. Some cenotes connect to massive underwater cave systems that stretch for miles, completely unexplored by humans. Scientists believe that these flooded caves may contain lost Mayan cities, untouched relics, or even unknown species. But as of now, the Yucatan Cenotes hold on to their secrets, refusing to give up what's hidden in their depths. We don't know why. Life is short, but questions are big. Number 3. The Devil's Cavern, Russia. Deep in Siberia, hidden within the remote wilderness, lies a cave that locals refuse to enter. They call it the Devil's Cavern, and for good reason. Anyone who gets close reports feeling dizzy, nauseous, and short of breath, as if the cave itself is pushing them away. Scientists who have attempted to study it discovered that the cave breathes. The air pressure inside fluctuates so dramatically that it can knock people unconscious. The cause? No one knows for sure. Some believe it's due to massive underground gas pockets, while others insist the cave is a gateway to something more sinister. Local legends claim that anyone who enters disappears without a trace. There are stories of explorers who walked in and were never seen again. Their voices are said to echo from the cave walls long after they vanished. Whether it's science or something else at work, one thing is clear. No one should step inside. Number 2. The Bermuda Triangle's underwater pyramid. The Bermuda Triangle is already infamous for mysterious disappearances, but in recent years, researchers have discovered something even stranger: a massive pyramid-like structure sitting deep beneath the ocean floor. Unlike natural formations, the underwater pyramid appears to be perfectly shaped, with smooth edges and a glass-like surface. Some believe it could be an ancient ruin from a lost civilization, possibly even connected to the myth of Atlantis. Others argue that it might be an unexplained geological anomaly, though no one can explain how it ended up in such a remote location. Strangely, ships and planes in this area have reported sudden navigation failures, odd energy readings, and strange electromagnetic disturbances. Could this submerged structure be affecting the waters above? Despite modern sonar technology, no human has ever set foot on the pyramid, and for now, its origins remain one of the greatest underwater mysteries of all time. And you can Google, it's even more scarier. Number 1. The Dark Zone of the Pacific. There is a section of the Pacific Ocean so empty, so featureless, that even satellites seem to ignore it. Officially, it's just another patch of open water, but researchers have noticed something strange. Satellite images of this area always come back black as if nothing is there. Some believe it's due to an unknown geographical anomaly, while others suggest that something is being hidden. The region is eerily close to Point Nemo, the most remote location on Earth, sometimes called the oceanic pole of inaccessibility. It's so far from land that the closest humans are usually astronauts on the International Space Station. Even stranger, some sailors passing through this region have reported seeing strange lights in the water, hearing unusual sounds, and even experiencing sudden instrument failures. Is it just a void in the ocean? Or is there something lurking beneath the surface, something we're not supposed to see? Well, we really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you pretty soon in the next one.